Okay, y'all can hear your boy J-Man. Okay, you already know how I am. Okay, y'all make sure to like, subscribe button. Okay, let's get to it. Now, I ain't gonna lie. The last video I just dropped, there's a lot of questions people have been asking me. There's a lot that needs to be said. And if you honestly think about it, y'all, 2K26 is about to be 2K25. I'm seeing people saying they need to take out, they need to nerf fades. I'm seeing on Twitter that rhythm shooting is broken. Now, I'm not confirming this. I'm going off of what people are saying. Things that I told y'all before that, yo, this was already in the game. This isn't brand new. Now, I want to say this to all that are new to this channel. The ones that are saying, like, I ain't gonna lie, I just found your channel, you're speaking facts. If you feel that way, hit the like and subscribe button, okay? That stuff is free. You don't have to pay to do none of that stuff. That stuff is free. And if you're new here, welcome. But I've been talking about this. I've been doing this. This isn't breaking news. I'm not even trying to be like a smart person. My whole point is, the reason why I'm so amped up is because people are like, bro, like, this dude speaking facts. I've been speaking facts. It's just that some of y'all listen to my tone and y'all get in y'all feelings. Like, oh, he don't gotta say it like that. Bro, I'm gonna say what I want to say. This is my platform, gang. Now back to what I was saying. When we look at NBA 2K26, we understand how these seasons work, correct? Now, like I said, I'm thinking about it right here. Everybody right now is basically saying they need to nerf offense, okay? Now, again, I'm not saying that at all. And by the way, I had somebody put a comment saying, oh, you only talk about 5v5, but you didn't even test out 3v3. Gang, we tested out almost every mode in the game, okay? Only thing I think I didn't test out was my team, and we know why, right? Because they're my team thing, whatever they tried to put is just stupid, okay? You might see a couple of 3v3 theater clips with T in there, I don't know. My whole point is I done tried almost every mode in the game, so to tell me I haven't tried every mode in the game is ludicrous. Like I was saying, when we look at the standpoint of this game, everybody that I'm seeing on social media, even in my YouTube comment sections, is saying, bro, nerf the offense. I'm not saying it. The reason why y'all are saying that is because it feels like the defense is non-existent. That is the issue here. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all don't like that because some of y'all made builds to where you put high defense and it doesn't seem like you do anything. And that's because, like I've been saying, there's no balance in between. Like a lot of y'all can say like, no, that's cap, Jay. You know, you can play defense. Listen, you got to hear what I'm saying. I'm seeing people talking about it's too easy to fade. They're right. Fading is too easy. Now, it's a video game. Yes, you're correct. But if you're going to make fading so easy, why is it so difficult to get a stop on the game? Okay. When it comes to fading threes, this isn't breaking news. This has been a thing since 2K. Okay. Like we all know the fading three stuff isn't brand new. The problem is it's like to guard it is like impossible, right? And I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying like, for example, if you go to shoot a fading three, you can green it. It's not hard to do, right? But to get a stop, to get a contest, it's like you're fighting a ghost to do it. It's like your player can't get a contest. And to me, that's like one side, right? That's one-sided. You don't want a one-sided video game because now everybody's going to copy the meta. And nobody wants that. But like I said, if we take a look at the pattern here, right? YouTube, right? Because this is going on YouTube. And I might post it on TikTok. I don't know. Right? I might post a couple of clips here on TikTok. We'll see what happens. Right? But the pattern that this is headed in is not a good pattern. Right? Because again, this is only season 1. And we know how 2K does with their seasons. They might say in the patch that, oh, they didn't touch the fades. The amount of complaints I'm seeing, fading is going to get nerfed. Okay, that is cooked. And when fades get nerfed, a lot of y'all gonna be like, bro, this game ain't it. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because all I'm seeing is people saying the game is fun and it's playable, right? I think it's neither. I only think it's playable if you got teammates, right? I'm not, again, because y'all, I gotta explain this stuff because y'all look at it like, oh, you just wanna hate. Gang, I'm not hating, I'm telling you the reality. You know what I'm saying? The reality is when they nerf fades, y'all gonna be mad. What y'all want is just a balance. That's all y'all want. What you want is if fading is gonna be OP, then you should be able to get stops, right? If RNG was still gonna be in the game, why didn't they just announce that, right? You just want the truth to come out. You see what I'm saying? And you're not seeing, and you're not gonna see it because what 2K does, and we can confirm this because we've already seen what happened in the last couple of 2Ks. Every single new season, they'll so-called patch something and they'll mess with something else, right? Now I don't know if it's the shot cues. We don't know what it is, but there will be something. And I can honestly confirm fades are gonna get nerfed. It was just too much complaints. Anytime when there's too many complaints, 2K is gonna nerf it. Okay, fades are gonna be nerfed. right? So what I'm looking at is when they take out the fades, right? What do y'all compare this game to? Because if you ask me, you know what this game is going to be like? I don't know if well, Jimmy, how do they nerf fades? We don't know if they mess with the game speed. We don't know what they're going to do. But remember what I told y'all. I said, bro, I think NBA 2K26 is literally NBA 2K25 just sped up a little bit. And no RNG with the shooting, right? But there's still RNG in the game. NBA 2K26 is literally about to be 2K25 6.0. Tell me I'm lying. I'm not lying to y'all. And this is why, again, if you're new to this channel, I've said, look, it's not hard to fade, y'all. It's not hard to fade. You see, when I was testing the game, I could fade. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying you got to be a demon at doing it, but it's not difficult to do it. But it seems difficult to get contests, even when you're playing smart defense. Like, you're playing hands up, you're playing smart, you're playing disciplined type of defense. It doesn't seem like you're going to get the contest like you should consistently. Because when you can fade consistently, that's kind of a problem, right? But when you can't get a contest consistently, it's not fair. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. People want a balance. Now, back to what I was saying. I've been telling y'all, I don't think this game is anything brand new, right? And that's why I literally been asking people. If you're new to the channel, I was literally just asking people, what about NBA 2K26 was not, that you didn't know about in 2K25? Like, what was brand new? And nobody couldn't tell me anything. Nobody. And I know what y'all gonna say, well, Jamin, I mean, what are they gonna do? It's a basketball game. Well, there's a lot they could have done. They could have told y'all. And again, some of y'all are new here, so you have to understand this, right? Listen. We're going to shock the world is what they could have done. We're going to shock the world. We're going to scrap Powered by Pro Play. We're not going to bring back rhythm shooting. And we're just going to focus on a simple basketball product, right? Just a simple basketball game to where none of this extra stuff going on, none of the Just Dance emotes going on, none of the face paint piercings in the game. We're going to focus on a basketball game. And 2K, instead of them doing that, they said, no, let's run it back, Turbo. And some of y'all are laughing right now, but you cannot tell me Jamie wasn't speaking facts when I said that. Because I'm telling you right now, when they nerf fades, y'all not gonna like the game, bro. I promise you, y'all are not gonna like the game. Y'all not gonna like the game, and y'all gonna go make 7-4s, right? Because at that point, if you can't beat them, you're gonna join them. You see what I'm saying? But my thing is this. This is why I said y'all have the chance to change this by utilizing your voice. And for some reason, some of y'all just don't do it. And what I'm honestly about to start doing is, if I see anybody in these Twitter spaces that just be lurking, I'm gonna start calling people out. I ain't gonna lie. I be seeing so many people defend 2K, and if you in them Twitter spaces and you just a listener, I'm gonna call you out myself. I ain't gonna lie, because my thing is this, if y'all be like, oh, y'all be complaining so much, why you be in them spaces listening to people having their complaints about the game? If you like the game so much, why not ask to speak and say what you want to say to explain why the game is good, or why you feel there's nothing wrong with it, right? I'm not saying you gotta sit there and scream. I'm not doing that. I just don't play both ends. Play one side, right? If you like the game, stand on it. I like the game, but I'm gonna go into Twitter space people, they talking like they're not happy with the product because you don't fit the description. You're not supposed to be there. Yeah, it's it's a free world, but that to me is weird, because y'all will continue to always say, bro, y'all complaining, but why are you listening to people that are so-called complaining? That's just, it don't sit well with me. If there was a Twitter space people saying NBA 2K26 is the greatest 2K of all time, you're not gonna see me in there, because there's nothing for me to be in there with. There's no point. I don't agree with it. I don't care to hear what they got to say. I don't. But every time when there's a Twitter people voicing their opinions or giving their rants about the game and where they feel like 2K messed up at, you got people saying, man, these people don't know what they're talking about. Well, how about you come and speak up and talk that shit and explain what we don't know we're talking about? How about you come do it? Because I'm about to start calling folks out. I ain't gonna lie. I'm about sick of it. I ain't gonna lie. That's like on my YouTube channel, right? People telling me, y'all just want to complain. Why are you here, gang? Now, my last video got 70 likes. Let's try to get 100 likes, okay? Again, let's try to... That button is free. That like button is free. That sub button is free. I've been doing this stuff for so many years, and I get overlooked because I'm so real. I'm too real for some of y'all, bro, right? And I'm not mad. I'm just saying, if you're going to be here, hit that like and subscribe button. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, right? But y'all are here for reasons. Why? Y'all not happy with the product. Y'all not happy with the product? Y'all not. But when J-Mid tried to explain all of this to y'all, I don't know if some of y'all, I get it, that I understand the method of, yeah, I'm gonna hop in a my career game. I'm gonna play rec. I'm gonna play my team, and I'm gonna play a YouTuber in the background. And I just want to hear what he has to say while I'm playing. I understand. I used to do that when I was a kid. I did, but some of y'all are adults now. You see what I'm saying? Some of y'all are grown to where if you're doing that, at least explain why, right? But don't tell me you're just complaining. Because if that's the case, you watching the wrong person. I'm not here to glaze anything. I'm not here to disrespect anything. I'm here to speak the truth about anything and everything. And the truth about NBA 2K26 is it's not really a major difference. That's the truth about the game. There's nothing about it that was brand new. And that's what I kept trying to tell y'all. I literally was saying, bro, when we looking at what they were talking about, there was nothing brand new. Let me ask y'all a question. Why would they bring back the go-kart racing in the game? Well, Jamie, there's something different. Well, guess what? Nobody cares about it. Because guess what? People will be cheating on the leaderboards anyway. Nobody cares, right? And that's what I kept telling y'all. Well, Jamie, that's the community. Did I not tell y'all the last video? That's the problem. See, we know how toxic and weird the community is, but the people that are, in control of making the game and these decisions, they don't know what's going on. But we do. My thing is, all of this stuff that has nothing to do with basketball should have been scrapped from the game, right? And if they would have simply focused on just basketball itself, I don't think this game would be as so much of heat as it is, right? Like, for example, if they would have just made just a regular basketball game and just made it, basketball wise, people might have had some complaints like, yo, some of these builds shouldn't get some of these shot animations or something like that, or jump shots, right? Because that's another reason why you could argue that 7-4s are dangerous. They can get all of these bases, so therefore it's like they're able to be glitchy, right? They're able to be glitchy because you're on the tallest build in the game, right? And now you're able to get some of these releases that guards or forwards can get, right? I don't know. I think I heard somebody talk about some. I forgot that guy's name. Right, he got traded, by the way. But there was somebody saying some base was like a glitch, something like that. I don't know. My whole point is 2K had an opportunity, and y'all saw the direction they chose. Look, it's not difficult to fade on the game. It's not difficult. Okay. Now, like I was saying, I read some of y'all comments. I didn't reply to all of them, but I'm seeing some of y'all trying to sit there and say, well, does the community not? I seen a comment saying something about blaming the community. Yeah, you can blame the community, but at some point, again, and I say this all the time, guess what? As much as we want to blame the community doesn't really make the game. They don't sign off or finalize these things. The devs might ask us, how do y'all feel about it? But they're still going to do what they're going to do. Like, I get tired of people saying, like, we don't need a demo. So what do they need to do then? Right? Because, and I told y'all, if they would have dropped the demo, some of y'all wouldn't even want to cop the game. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wouldn't want to copy it. Because you'd have been like, bro, there ain't nothing really much major difference about it. You see what I'm saying? And these are the red flags that I was naming to y'all. There's no demo, right? You're running it back with everything that was in a previous 2K that everybody was so-called calling one of the worst 2Ks you could argue to ever exist, right? Which, in my opinion, yes, 2K25 was the worst 2K of all time. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That's not hopping on the way. That game was absolutely trash, okay? It was terrible. Video game-wise, awful, right? But there's just so much that they said, you know what? From that game, let's take everything from that game and let's put it in 2K26. And to me, I don't agree with that. Why? If somebody told you, right, if you went to a restaurant right now and you ordered something and it was one of the worst things you've ever tasted, right? And I'm trying to compare it to something. I know y'all might be thinking I'm reaching, but y'all know what I'm talking about. You order something off the menu and it's like the worst thing you ever tried in your life. And they're like, oh, you don't like that, but we're gonna keep it on the menu still, right? Let's say you were like some famous person, by the way, too. Like, oh, I don't think y'all should have that on the menu. Like, it was awful, right? And you try to, recommend them take it off the menu. It's not a good thing to have, wouldn't look forward to it. And I said, nah, let's keep it in there, right? That's pretty much what 2K has done. You have so many people that are famous, and it's not about the famous people, and that's what makes it kind of sad because for some reason 2K only likes to listen to the people that are known, right? It's like when you can be just a regular person, they don't want to hear nothing you got to say. Like, for example, when Tyler went on there, it's like they cut his mic off when he was speaking some real shit about the game and whatnot and what they were doing. They cut the mic off so quick. It's like when you're real, they don't want to hear nothing you got to say. You see what I'm saying? But it's like, imagine if an NBA player tweeted out NBA 2K26 is blah, 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 or blah, blah, blah. I guarantee there'll be a patch, the next couple of hours. I guarantee you, right? Because that now got their attention. My thing is, it shouldn't, the devs playing the game alone should have grabbed their attention that, this might be an issue because this community is going to overdo this. But once again, they didn't do that. They just took almost everything from 2K25, said, let's take out RNG on the shooting, let's keep it in the game, and let's run it back, Turbo. And this is what you get. This is what you get. By the way, shout out to the person once again that let me, with the account. They know who they are, right? I don't know if you put a VC on. I don't know. I haven't been on the account today, so I don't know. I'm lucky about to get on Madden. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all think I'm trolling about the Madden? Your boy, no money spent with 1 million coins. Chat, I'm actually grinding on Madden. No money spent. Okay, grinding, spending no money, and I can quit games. Don't get banned, right? Madden is the way for me right now. But like I was saying, when it comes to this 2K stuff, a lot of y'all want change. Be the change, bro. Stop waiting on content creators to do everything. Yes, we're content creators, right? I'm also human at the end of the day. I understand that and this is what I'm talking about. Y'all will wait on the content creators, and then when the content creator start feeling they pause, they start, acting like, hey, I am the program, right? Oh, this guy thinks he runs everything. Well, that's how you treat us, right? You're scared to utilize your own voice. You only want to watch the content creators. But when the content creators they start, believing and knowing what they can do and what they can control, y'all all of a sudden they too Hollywood, right? It's like, I don't understand. And to the person that put in my comment section saying I was glazing somebody. So me telling somebody congratulations, right, is glazing. Let me tell you what's glazing. If a person was sending hate, right, and all of a sudden that person makes history, and then you congratulate them, that's glazing. All I did was I said, bro, just congrats on him hitting 1 mil subs. That's crazy. That's crazy, right? That's not glazing, right? Like if I hit 100K tomorrow, you know how many people are gonna tell me, yo, Jamie, congrats? That's not glazing. Y'all just telling me congrats. Now, if some of y'all was telling me in my comment section, bro, you just be yapping, and then you tell me, hey, Jamie, congrats on hitting 100K. That's glazing because you already showed your true colors. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know where all that came from. But when it comes to this 2K stuff, bro, like, y'all gotta understand. Pay attention to what's going on. Not even in the community. Like, I'm seeing people talk about bro, it's the same people on the leaderboards. Well, guess what? Are you surprised? It's been like that for the last 3 years. I wonder why. We know why. I told you that in the last video, why that's the case. They have no idea what's going on in the community. But we all know these things about these people on the leaderboards who are accused of cheating the game almost every year. And they're still on the leaderboards. So when people cannot tell me I'm just talking, pay attention to what's going on, especially in the 2K community, right? You don't even got to play the game to know what's going on. You could just look at somebody streaming the game and like, oh, I ain't surprised, right? You can just look and tell. And this is why I keep telling y'all, you ain't gonna see me. I understand I have access to an account to where somebody has the game. Bro, you're not gonna see me streaming because all y'all want to see is somebody get angry because the game is not up to your par, right? So therefore, and I don't know why the brain works like this. Why I get it, because it's like, well, I'm not the only one. I thought, y'all know, like the wording of, I thought I was the only one. That's how y'all be feeling. Like when y'all get sold in a rec game, you want to see somebody stream the game in the rec and you want to see them lose because now you're not the only one dealing with it. That's how that works. But that's toxic. Your brain is doing that because you're not having the greatest time on the game. So now you want to see somebody else lose. You want to see somebody else go through it because you feel it's not right that you're not having a good time. So now somebody else has to have a horrible time. That's not the type of vibe I want on my channel. And that's the type of vibe it was when I was streaming 2K, right? It was a bunch of negativity. I will never ever forget that live stream. I think it's still on my channel. I won like 4 rec games in a row with randoms. I think I went to like the lethal shooter. This is 2K24, I think. And I went and got my hotspots. I ran with randoms, right? We lost by like 50. My stream went from 50 viewers to 183 people. Just like that. Just because I lost one rec game by 50. And I was, y'all know I don't like to lose. So I was voicing my opinion. But it was like, as soon as I started losing bad, people, they loved it. Because y'all, that's how you know the game is not going in the right direction. It's like people claim like, yeah, you can build a good community. Bro, when it comes to the 2A community, I'm not even trying to be like, like you're being disrespectful. That's not being, it's the truth. There is no building a 2K community to where they want to see you win. People ready to see you crash out and lose your mind on this game nowadays. Y'all think I don't, that's why you don't see me streaming it. It's not going to happen because I know what y'all want to see. I watch other streamers and I be paying attention too. They be saying, yo, chat, who trying to run? The chat not moving, right? As soon as they start losing, guess what happens? The chat popping it. It's trending at this point. Everybody having a good time laughing at you going through it. That's all it is into a community. And that's how you know the game is not trending in the right direction, right? The only thing that trends in the right direction is if you already had a community based off of something else. Or let's say you already had a community based off of 2K that was good. Like the last 2K, in my opinion, that was really good was 19. If you had a community based off that, you're lucky because that was a fun 2K. That was a 2K to where a lot of us had fun. There was balance in the beginning. Okay, because I can see y'all now. Well, 2K19 wasn't a great. You could do everything on a lockdown. Yeah, that was like at the end of the year though. Okay, but 2K19 overall was a phenomenal game. If y'all had to pick a choice right now to where if they had the 2K19 servers up right now or the 2K26 servers, which one would you pick? Okay, then thank you. Exactly. I already know what you're going to pick. 19. Why are you going to pick 19? We know why, right? Because it was actually a fun basketball game. The focus was basketball. It wasn't on how many TikToks and piercings can you put on your My Player, how many makeups you can put on your My Player. Like, I don't know what 2K is doing. This isn't Sims. But it's like, that's what they're trying to turn the game into. And I don't know if it's because GTA 6 is right around the corner, but there's something going on. The focus clearly ain't on basketball. And y'all cannot sit there and tell me that storyline they claim was off of Spike Lee. No, Spike Lee, no. That I don't even know why they try to do Spike like that. Bro, they already made the story and they called Spike Lee and they said, yo, listen, hey, can you confirm that we should release this as our My Career story? That's all they did. Spike Lee didn't do that. That My Career storyline is trash. I ain't gonna lie to you. Your players sound like he 10 years old. Like, you would think like, bro, are we serious? Like, and that's the thing. Like, they're like, well, the Spike Lee you're talking about when he made 16, that was historical. I ain't even glazing. We all know that storyline from 2K16 was historical. It was actually a story. You see what I'm saying? It actually taught you something, right? You actually got to learn about something in that storyline. You actually got to learn that, yo, look, if it wasn't for Vic, Freak might not be in the NBA because technically Freak killed somebody. But that's the thing, like, it was it was like a movie. No cap. When you think about it, he was like Dirt Bike Donnie, right? Who was there to clean the dirty plate, right? Exactly. It's a story though. With this storyline we have here, it's some bullshit. Let's keep it a stat. The storyline we have now, or that they gave us in 2K26, is terrible. It's horrible. It's a sign of laziness in my opinion. That isn't Spike Lee's work. I'm sorry. It's not. 2K put what they did. They called him in and said, hey, should we do this? He said, at this point, yeah, go ahead. You already finished it. Go ahead. Right? And they tried to use him to say that he did it. That's why I said, hey, where that demo at? You drop a demo. If they would have dropped a demo, you would have really showed that 2K would have really showed the community, yo, we believe this game gonna, really be good. We believe people gonna like the game. But they haven't dropped a demo in like 4 to 3 years, in my opinion. And that's another red flag. But everything that we're talking about, if you're new to this channel, I've been saying this stuff for months and weeks. But everybody tells me, bro, you don't know what you're talking about. But they're still here. You see what I'm saying? And you see some 3v3 footage in the background too. My whole point is I've been telling y'all all of this about the game. And they will nerf They're gonna nerf fades, and when they do, the game is gonna be popped. I'm telling y'all. All they have to do is look at how they need to just realize, bro, defense is terrible. When you try to steal the ball in 2K26, your player is it's like he's teleporting off the court. You can't even try to play like, and again, I know what y'all talking about. Like, bro, well, if you're spamming the steal, you shouldn't. I'm not talking about spamming the steal. I'm talking about if you're in the lane and you play the lane the right way, your player flies off the court, even with a build that has a decent steal rating. That's just how the gameplay is, and it shouldn't be like that, right? Like that right there that you just saw, that doesn't happen consistently. But you see how people can fade consistently? That's the stuff that I'm talking about. You can fade consistently, but you can't get a stop consistently. There is no one-on-one balance. And that's the problem. But that shouldn't be the problem. Y'all see T right there. But like I said, I done said everything I needed to say. I'm low-key about to hop on Madden. If y'all want to see some Madden footage, if I can get my laptop to work back like how it was, which I'm going to see if it works tonight, I might do some reactions. If I do reactions, I'll have my Madden footage in the background, right? And we could chat there. But like I said, y'all, please hit that like button, because y'all, here's the thing. I told y'all when it comes to this 2K stuff, I already said what I needed to say, right? Like I'm not here to make somebody's day. I'm here to speak the real. You see what I'm saying? I want better. This isn't better. This is a rerun, right? Well, season 2 isn't out yet, so you don't know what you're talking about. Well, tell me what happened last year when season 2 dropped. Tell me what happened in 2K23 when season 2 dropped. Tell me what happened when NBA 2K22 when the next season dropped. The game went from, yo, it's playable to where they did something to the game. Like, I don't like what they did. So what are we talking about? So when you express your opinion, please have some proof and evidence on what you're saying, because I clearly do. Okay? I wouldn't. Again, I've said it multiple times, 2K23 and 2K24. I knew for a fact something got touched in the game, and they didn't tell us. It's like they did it because, oh, your build is popped now. That ain't the case. You touched something in the game without letting the community know. So now you want people to go and make a new build, right? You want people to spend more money. Then on top of that, this is bad right now for 2K26. And the reason why it's bad is because if they do nerf the fades, all people gonna do is make a 7-4. I guarantee you. So that build diversity, and you want people on different builds, you nerf fades, guess what, gang? People gonna be on them 7-4s. It's gonna become a meta thing. The defense is just bad. There's no consistent defense in the game. There is none. I know it's a video game, but you gotta have side here, side there, average. You can't have side here, boost, side here, meh. You can't have it like that, because the side here with the boost is where everybody's gonna go to, and the side with the meh is nobody's gonna care about. That's where the meta comes in. So like I said, y'all gotta understand, bro. This shouldn't be breaking news to y'all. And I feel like this game is gonna be literally 2K25 6.0, and I stand on that. Now I don't know what y'all got to say about that, but let me know in the comment section. Glove Motion All 225. It's your boy Jim. We signing out, man, and I'm out, man. Peace out, y'all. We gone.